Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X. Happy weekend, everybody! Happy weekend. I am your host, TomDog247. As always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, alright. So, we had a little technical issue on Thursday, so that's why I'm doing this now. Yeah. But before we get into tonight's festivities, let's do the shout outs, the plugs, and all that good shit that we always do each and every week. Because we love you. We love you for that. Big shout out to my buddy Josh over at Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You check him out at iTunes. You can also download the Podbean app right now. Check them out. And you can go on absolutetalk.podbean.com. Give you all the links and information on where you need to go, as well as Spotify. You definitely don't want to miss out on his podcast. They're amazing, especially he has a 2-part episode of a tribute to Michael Jackson. That you got to check out. It's really good. So check them out. That's Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can do so right now. Or, no, actually, no. Not right now. After you watch the show. So, there you go. Or if you can multitask, then, yeah. Then you can put me on mute. But I must warn you that I can't guarantee that the no volume from me talking on mute is going to match up his podcast. I'm just saying. Okay. So, I mean, you could test that theory out, but it is what it is. I am having iced coffee today. Big shout out to everybody over on Gamer Geeks and Gaming Pros and otherwise over on Facebook. We always have a good time, and you'll have a good time too. All you have to do is tell them that Tom Dog sent you. Also, big shout out to my good friend Mel. She has the what is it that she has? She has a YouTube channel that she has. Let's see. Oh, yeah. She has a YouTube channel. Which is Quest for Gaming. You can check her out. She always plays with some friends, even some fellow YouTubers too. Definitely worth checking out. She has a good YouTube channel, so show her some love and check out her YouTube channel, and that's Quest for Gaming on YouTube. Also, big shout out to my good friends David and Marissa. How you guys doing? So, hope you have a great weekend, or what's left of it, rather. So, the plugs, not the hair plugs. We all know I don't need them. Loot Crate, subscribe. I mean, I'm not really that enthused. Like I usually do when it comes to when I start shouting out Loot Crate, because here it is near the end of June and I still haven't gotten my April crate yet. Nor have I gotten May's crate. Nor have I gotten this month's crate yet. So, I don't know. I really don't know. So, I don't know when I'm going to get them. I don't know. So, I think it's time to have another discussion with Loot Crate. One that requires me probably wearing a certain t-shirt that I don't think it's going to go well. Just saying. I'm just saying. So yeah. But there is one that's sure to please everybody, and that is Funko. Check them out. They are awesome. They have their subscription boxes and everything. They have a good time with it, and you'll have a good time as well too. Check them out. They have DC Legion of Collectors, Marvel Collector Corps, Disney Treasures, and the ever so popular Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty. So definitely worth checking them out. It's awesome. I love them, and you'll love them too. Check them out. Don't miss out. And this episode is brought to you by the M&J Video Games and Collectibles, my favorite store, and it yours too, because you can trade in your old video games and consoles. From retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check this wonderful store out, as well as the list of events that they have going on in their lovely store, you can check them out at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. You can also check out directions for it to get there too, because directions are very important so that you won't be lost. And you'll find out all, and again, you will find all that at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. And of course, this episode is brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company, also here in Connecticut, home of the Down, Right, Up, Left, YB. It's an awesome beer. Definitely worth checking out. I love it. You'll love it too. You can check out their website as well. You can also check out other homebrew recipes over at shebeanbrewing.com, or you can follow them on the social media apps, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And you can even do one better. Download the Untapped app today. Definitely got to do that. I mean, it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. Do it right now. Alright. I can put this back. Fix that later. So, hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. I know I am. Start of the summer. So, happy summer to those who want to start off the summer right and everything like that. That means bonfires, cookouts, and fireworks coming up soon. But I feel it's already started now, because I had the window open earlier and they had some neighbors were setting off fireworks and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. So getting that early start. But that's okay. I might set off some fireworks this year too. I don't know. I haven't debated yet. Come up with the money. So yeah, some pretty wild stuff. So we have some pretty cool things. But before we start, I just want to say right off the bat, thank you all so much for last week's E3 special, and it was very good. Had a nice little turnout. Thank you those who face hugged that subscribe button last week. Thank you for all the new members that joined in, and share the love, and get everybody else to know what's causing all the commotion around here. So, but yeah, I had a really great time, and surprisingly enough, the one that got the most attention during the E3 special was surprisingly the predictions episode. That was the most watched episode coming out from last week, and so yeah, it was a very, very good. Why am I yawning? I need a coffee pickup. There we go. Kicking right back in there. So yeah, it was a really good turnout, and I'm really glad that you guys were able to watch and everything. So thank you once again for the turnout, and so once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And big shout out to Angry Video Game Nerd, who also who reached 3 million subscribers of his own. So congratulations to him. And I feel like I have to apologize to him too, because of the fact that he's been on for almost 15 years now, and not once have I ever put him in the Channel X Hall of Fame. But that's going to change right now, because yes, I am going to put him into the Channel X Hall of Fame. So congratulations are in order for the 3 million subscribers, and as a token of goodwill, you are now the latest inductee to the Channel X Hall of Fame. So thank you so much. So congratulations are in order. So happy anniversary to the Angry Video Game Nerd. There we go. I've been meaning to put him in there put him in the hall for a long time now. So I feel bad that I haven't done it yet. So yeah, what's going on here? What's causing all this? So, let's start off the episode with some good news. Now, as you noticed, past couple of episodes, since last Sunday, on the Channel Extra, I mentioned something about David Ortiz and how he was shot in the Dominican Republic, and we all know what happened there. And it was really it was a really sad thing, and they caught the guys that were involved, and so it was very difficult. It was a lot of fans of David David Ortiz, as well as, even if you weren't a Red Sox fan, you still respected the hell out of David Ortiz, and so, so I got a little bit of news today that came out earlier. It says the Red Sox organization reported today that David Ortiz was moved out of the intensive care unit at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. In a tweet Saturday afternoon, the team released a short statement saying that Ortiz remains in good condition and continues to recover under the care of doctors David King and Larry Ronan. And so a little bit of good news. So we got good news. He's actually doing well, but he's still under the care of some good doctors. So glad to hear that he's doing okay. And you Red Sox fans out there, has a little bit of good news today. So that's very good. So again, we gotta wish David Ortiz the best of luck that we can and everything like that. So I'm sure when he's at 100% that he'll be able to maybe have like a press conference or whatever, and let him know how he's doing and everything like that. So again, so best of luck to you, buddy. So now got some crazy news going on today. Some crazy news. I'm crazy this past week. And it has to do with one Alex Jones. It seems like he just cannot stop harassing the families of the Sandy Hook tragedy. Because now, conspiracy theorist, and this is coming from the Connecticut Post, that conspiracy theorist and InfoWars host Alex Jones sent child pornography to lawyers for the families of the Sandy Hook tragedy, their lawyer said. The law firm representing the families of the 2012 mass shooting stated in court documents filed Monday they have contacted the FBI after discovering child porn in the electronic files Jones recently turned over to the Sandy Hook families as a result of their lawsuit against him for calling the tragedy a hoax. Jones publicly responded on a broadcast of his show that he is being framed by Chris Mattei, who is the lawyer of the Sandy Hook families, and went on making what Mattei and his law firm Koskoff and Beater claim are threats against him. So I'm not going to read the whole article, but this one gets a little bit interesting when Alex Jones said that you're trying to set me up with child porn, I'll get your ass. Then he goes on continuing to say, $1 million, you little gang members, $1 million to put your head on a pike. Jones then pounds a photograph of Mattei and goes on a rant at one point, stating, I'm going to kill. Jones' lawyer, Norman Pattis, denied his client was threatening Mattei or the Sandy Hook families and urged people to watch the broadcast for themselves. I don't know what planet you're from, Norman. But when you say that $1 million, when you're saying $1 million to put your head on to put someone's head on a pike, that, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that threatening? And yeah, that is a threat. So I don't know where you say that it's not a threat, because technically that is a threat. So you're just of a moron as Alex Jones is. But Alex Jones, though, is not really a moron. He's more of an asshole. He's a no-good piece of shit, and he deserves all the punishment that he deserves.
It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to my good name. It's a bunch of lies.
Alex, quit digging the hole deeper. Quit digging that hole deeper.
Fuck you, Tom.
That's right, it's Alex Heart Attack Jones. Alex Heart Attack Jones is back. I just love doing that. I just love doing that bit. You know, I just get...
I'm telling you, Tom Dog, it's the planet. It's the Martians from the planet Gleevak. They are taking over. They're the ones that sent the pornography, not me. And when I said I'm going to put them on a pike, put their heads on a pike, I wasn't talking about the lawyers or the families. I was talking about the Martians from the planet Gleevak. Get your facts straight.
Easy, Alex. No use getting a heart attack over it. Which still surprisingly that you have a heart to begin with. Because you have to have a heart before you can have an attack.
Fuck you, Tom Dog!
There we go. I just love doing that to Alex Heart Attack Jones. That's right. Alex Heart Attack Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. He's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. He's not. You know, he's lucky that I'm not on that jury, because I would find him guilty just like that. But there is one thing I do want to do, is I want to challenge him to a boxing match. I'm serious. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not Justin Bieber calling out Tom Cruise and saying that, oh, it was just a joke. It's just a joke, girl. Really? Because if you were serious about that, it wouldn't last long, because Tom Cruise could whip your ass. That and another Tom. Who happens to be a dog. But I'm going to let you slide, because I actually want to fight Alex Jones. Just have a nice little boxing match with Alex Jones, and then after I win, the prize money can go to the families of the victims of Sandy Hook. I mean, it's a nice little gesture. Plus, also, it will shut up Alex Jones. So, I mean, I don't want to do no MMA fighting because I suck at it. So, sorry, Dana White, you're just going to have to pass. But, I don't know, maybe Vince McMahon will allow me to get into the ring with Alex Jones. I said, all right, pal, you got it.
Can we put it on pay-per-view?
By all means. But no, I want this to be a boxing match. That's right. The boxing match of the century. Alex Jones versus Tom Dog. In the ring. Live at Madison Square Garden. I am so evil. But I'm serious. I am dead serious. That's right. Because I'm telling you. You want to be an asshole? I'm tired. I'm tired of Alex Jones making just won't leave the good people of Sandy Hook alone. And that's what pisses me off, is that the fact that he has to go and say these things, which started to begin with, and look at all the things. It's like he's banned from all social media. He's lucky he still has a job with InfoWars. I'm still surprised that that none of these guys had been like, okay, listen, Alex, you need to calm down with this. It's like you need to cool it, because you're giving us a bad you're giving us a bad reputation.
I'm sorry, but the word has to come out. It all leads to the Martians from the planet Gleevak. Infowars.com.
But I'm serious. It's like he needs to chill with this, because he's more and more. He's just digging that hole deeper, and he already lost one case already. He already did. So things aren't looking well for asshole Jones. I'm just saying. I mean, if you want to do conspiracy theories, that's fine. But when you go and say that a tragedy, like what happened in Sandy Hook was fake, I'm sorry, but that's one of the most heartless things that you could ever say. It really is. It's really, really heartless. And like, think about it. I said this before, when I had that temporary ban from Twitter, when I went on a little tangent on for being temporarily banned from Twitter, that be put in that situation. It's like, what if it happened to your child at their school? And you won't be able to hug your child anymore, and you won't be able to, sing happy birthday to them, or, open up Christmas presents with them and everything. See what Santa got them and everything like that. You take a look at this situation, and Alex, I'm directing this towards you now. It's like you were really heartless and unprofessional and wrong for saying those things. That what you said about the whole event in Sandy Hook being a hoax. No, it wasn't. Okay, I have one of my closest friends lost his sister to that tragedy. So put yourself in that situation, you fucking prick. Put yourself in that situation. Like, what if it happened to your child, okay? What if it happened to your child or your sibling? What if it happened to one of them? To your child or your sibling who works there? You wouldn't be saying those things, and then you have some other asshole saying the same thing like you said. That, oh, it didn't happen, it was a hoax. Think about all the other school shootings before and after Sandy Hook. What about the Columbine tragedy, which happened 20 years ago? You're going to tell us that that was a hoax? What about that one incident in Florida? You're going to say that school shooting in Florida, you're going to say that happened, that was a hoax? What about the school shooting that happened in California? You're going to say that that was a hoax? Or any other school shootings after 2012? You're going to say that those were hoaxes too? You have some nerve. You have some nerve to say that. And now look at you. Look at what you did now. Because of your so-called conspiracy theories, you are now in deep shit. And that's a big pile of shit. But I guess you are what you lay in. Because believe me, you are one big pile of shit yourself. You're heartless. And you're a no good piece of shit. So fuck you, Alex Jones. Fuck you. You deserve all the punishment that comes to you. And if you don't, I'll be more than happy to step into the ring with you and beat the shit out of you. In the ring. In a boxing match. And I hope somebody says that to your child. Hope that somebody says that to your child when the school shooting happens in your neck of the woods. Think about that. Fucking asshole. I'm Tom Dog, and that was a mini rant. That was a preempted rant right there. Damn, I should have worn the shirt for that one. But no. I think that's all that needs to be said. I can edit this out later and put it on the rant. I can do that. I have the power. No, you don't, Tom Dog. You don't have no power. I have the power. That's right. I had the power to pull back our troops because of a drone that got blown up. But it was fake news. It wasn't a drone. It wasn't a drone, so it's fake news. That didn't happen. Apparently somebody threw in a paper airplane and was way too low on the ground. That's what happened. That's what happened, I swear. So I don't know what the failing New York Times told you, but it was a lie. And what do you know? I'm all out of Kahlua. Oh man, I may not talk like Alex Jones that well, but I can sure as hell pull off one hell of a Donald Trump. No, you can't. It sounds horrible. It sounds utterly horrible. So Bella Thorne was Bella Thorne was made headlines this week, and I believe that Bella Thorne is a model. I think. I think I'm not sure. I know she writes books though. Yeah. I know she did write a book. So yeah, so what's all the commotion about? Well, trying to get the article that comes from Huffington Post, if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Bella Thorne slams Whoopi Goldberg over sick response to nude photos hack. She's actually supposed to be on The View on an upcoming episode. But apparently that has changed because she had canceled because of what she said. So this comes from the Huffington Post. Bella Thorne was livid on Tuesday after The View co-host Whoopi Goldberg criticized her for taking nude photos of herself. A hacker had threatened to blackmail Thorne by going public with nude photos of her, so Thorne posted the topless images of herself to her Twitter account on Saturday, arguing that it was her decision to share the images. Also quoting, "You don't get to take another thing from me." She wrote that in a letter posted to Twitter. On Monday's episode of The View, Goldberg criticized Thorne for taking the photographs in the first place. She goes and says, "If you're famous, I don't care how old you are, you don't take nude photos of yourself," Goldberg said. "If you don't know this in 2019, this is an issue, I'm sorry. You cannot be surprised if someone's hacked you, especially if you have stuff on your phone." Thorne had 3 words for Goldberg after she said that. "Shame on you." She said over and over in a video posted to her Instagram stories. She also says that, "I just want to say that me watching this video made me feel really bad about myself. You are so crazy for thinking such terrible things on such an awful situation." The star then said she was going to cancel an upcoming interview on The View because she didn't want to feel beaten down by a bunch of older women for my body and my sexuality. In a letter posted to her Instagram stories, Thorne said it was sick and disgusting for Goldberg to blame girls for taking photos in the first place, and that she hoped the co-host would change her point of view since young girls watch her show. So what, a girl can't send her boyfriend that she misses photos of her that are sexy? I'm offended for anyone out there who has ever taken a sexy photo. Take a look at Thorne's response in the video above, and never mind. I don't need to read. I didn't need to watch that. I didn't need to read that part. Sorry, because you can't read it. You can't see the video. And I can look at two sides. I can look at two sides of the story. Okay, I can totally I can understand, but I'm not going to be malicious about it and say that and everything. But I mean, Bella Thorne does have a point, and there's nothing and it's the and the blackmailing has to stop too and everything like that. But still, so she posted the videos on social media, on Twitter. Big deal. She chose to do that so that the person who's blackmailing her can't fire the first shot. And so what? And you know what? There's nothing wrong. Okay, first of all, this body shaming shit is older than sliced bread. Okay, this is so stupid. It's like, so what? If you have a body and you look good, you feel sexy and everything like that, show it off. Who gives a shit? It's like the only ones that feel offended by looking at these pictures are the people that aren't too proud of their bodies to begin with. For example, wrinkly old ladies. I'm just saying. I mean, if you look like a wet Saint Bernard trying to get in through the cat door after getting out of the shower, then that's your problem. But if you look sexy even getting out of the shower, then you know what? Fine. Who gives a shit? You know, nudity is art. Especially if you're just especially if they're just topless pictures and their taste, they're there's nothing wrong with a topless pic because they're classy. I'd rather look at a topless picture. Okay? I'd rather look at a topless picture more than seeing anything else. I mean, I don't care. And I have seen the pictures of Bella Thorne, and she looks hot. She looks goddamn hot. I mean, really. She really is fucking sexy as hell, man. She really is. I mean, there's nothing more than I can say about that. I mean, goddamn. I mean, she really is fucking hot. Hell, even with the pierced nips, I don't care. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, and that's what it is, and that's what I think it is, that Whoopi is jealous because, her body doesn't look good. I mean, her body would look better if she didn't if she didn't criticize. I'm just saying. And Whoopi Goldberg is no stranger to controversy to begin with, because remember, she dated Ted Danson at one point. Not to mention, they were posing a picture together while they were a couple, and Ted Danson was wearing blackface. Think about that. Just remember, that shit happened. I forgot what magazine that they were posing in, but yeah, that actually did happen. And this was when they were a couple. And Whoopi, of all people, should have been like, "Whoa, Ted, really?" No, it took everybody else to be pissed off. Look it up. That's the new thing nowadays. Google. I'm just saying. So good for Bella for canceling, and I mean, it hurts. It really does. It just sucks that we live in lately we've been living in a society that where everybody now is starting to be hateful towards everybody. And once again, this is Pride Month, and and once again, everybody has to gay bash everybody. Gay bash the LGBT community once again. Another year of gay bashing. This time, I think it's worse. You got Mike Putz over there that wants to contribute to banning all flags at embassies and everything like that. Fuck you, Mike. Meanwhile, you got Donnie Chump wanting to still on that thing about about transgenders not fighting in the war or not being in the military. It's like, fuck, if we want to let them fight, let them fight. Like, so what? And this is coming from a draft dodger. Okay? This is coming from a draft dodger who had a fake problem with his foot. Really, Don? And here's what the Dr. No said. Dear military person, please excuse Donald Trump for enlisting into the war. He has a bad foot. Yeah, bad foot. Sincerely yours. Sincerely, signed, Donald Trump's doctor. Doctor's name was Dr. Jack Mehoff. Oh, I can't go into the war. I can't because I got a bone spur. That's what happened. I bet you that's what went down. Is that
Mr. Trump? How come you can't enlist yourself in the war? How come you can't be enlisted into a war?
I have a bone spur in my foot.
I have a bone spur in my foot.
I have a bone spur in my foot. It's the only piece of paper I had that would look like money. I have a bone spur that's...
Okay, you got a bone spur.
Okay, checks out.
Well, as long as you got the doctor's note, I guess that's fine. All right. You're not enlisted. The hell out of here.
Thank you, sir. That's probably how it went down. But no, but of course Donald Trump can get away with it because remember, this is Donald Trump we're talking about here. He gets away with everything. If your name's not Donald Trump, if your last name doesn't include Trump in it, you're screwed. You're screwed. That's why he's going to do the same thing in 2020. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to vote. I don't know if I'm going to vote next year. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know. Oh, you got to vote. No, it's not. Breakfast is the most important thing to do. I'd rather eat breakfast than vote in 2020. That's just how I feel. Oh, then you're not American. Neither is Donald Trump, but you assholes voted for him. I'm just saying. Boy's my foot itchy. So, anywho, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, what's left of it. Follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's program, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Comment down below. I didn't even bother to do a comment discussion. Let's see. What could be a good comment? We'll skip it tonight. Just comment. Just shout out in the comments, and I'll give you guys a shout out next week or something like that. Just comment. Just comment down below if you want me to give you guys a shout out for next week. So I'll do that. Why not? A little something for you guys and everything. Ringy dingy that bell so you can be notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And also, more importantly, more than anything in the world, and if you are new to this channel, please do so. And that is showing your love to this YouTube channel and face hug that subscribe button. We will see you again next Thursday rather, with another fun-filled episode of I almost said Tom Dog Plays, but we're going to do something about that later. Till then, but join us next Thursday for another exciting, fun-filled episode. The show that starts the weekend early, Channel X, with your friendly neighborhood Tom Dog. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace!